Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. I am Afefe with Touch by Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I mix up a little politics, but I've been doing that a lot lately. But today we're going to get back to basics with our soul path, our soul growth. And we are ushering in Leo season, all right? So for all of us, no matter, for many of you, your sun, moon, or rising, you're going to really be pinged by today's reading. But all of us are affected by the planets wherever they are when the sun moves into a different sign. No matter where we are all impacted by that. So I want us to think about, while the sun is in Leo, this is Leo the lion. This is warmth. This is ruled by the sun in tarot. The sun major arcana card in tarot. This is about showing up. This is about creativity. It is about sensuality and romance. And it's also about children and playfulness. It is about really engaging with the world. It's one reason why Leo season comes in the middle of, at least here in America and other parts of the world, it is summertime. So you think about vacations and play and just showing up. It's about being more, even bringing the drama a little bit, but in a healthy sense, stirring your passions, being really present in the world and engaging with the world around you. So all of that's the energy that typically Leo brings us, all right? My question going to spirit this morning, and if you're new to my channel, my system is when I do a pick a card, I don't see these. I cleanse the decks, I do my prayers and meditation, and then I pull the cards face down, so I don't see them until I prepare to tape for you, all right? So I don't know what's here. I've got 3 piles in front of me, and my question that spirit gave me this morning is what you need to know about your soul's path during Leo season, okay? What you can expect, messages from your guides, but this is about your soul's path, what you need to know about your soul's path, especially during Leo season. So that's going to be over the next 4 weeks. Roughly, I'm taping this on Sunday, July 23rd. So it'll be from the 23rd of July through around the 22nd of August, all right? Your soul's path during Leo season. I am going to give you a catalyst card instead of a gemstone. When I do pick a cards, I try to give something that pings you so that this is you leading your reading. I'm going to translate it for you, but you are in charge. You are empowered, all right? Today I was led to a deck to give you a catalyst card, and you'll choose from that. You might feel drawn to more than one. Just pay attention to your hunches because your gut don't lie, all right? All right, so pile number 1. Your catalyst card is flow, going with the flow, all right? If that pings you, that'll be for pile number 1, flow. Let's put that there. For pile number 2, your catalyst card is gifts, all right? That'll be for pile number 2 if you're drawn to that for some reason, gifts. All right, we'll put that there. And finally, for pile number 3, spirit, what is their catalyst? Home. All right, so for pile number 3, home. All right, let me put this to the side. I'll give these to you again so you can think about them. For pile number 1, we got flow, all that watery energy. For pile number 2, we got gifts. If that, for some reason, resonates with you at this time. And again, this is about your soul's path, a message about your soul's path during Leo season. And for pile number 3, we have home. All right? All right, let's get ready to go, you all. Let me put 2 and 3 aside over here. And let's go in and see what's happening with your soul's path during Leo season. All right, so now, flow. That watery energy. I can't wait to see what comes with that, what that's about. We have meditate. That would be going in the flow, wouldn't it? We have the star. We have the 9 of Pentacles. I will show these to you. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have death. Very interesting. We have the 10 of Cups. And we have a bag. It says something important, such as a new job or a raise. Let's put that right there. We'll get to that. We got some magic going on, alchemy. An animal that will help you is an armadillo with groundedness. And then I was also led, many of you, and by the way, these are some of the decks that I used. If you're interested, I put those in the background. Many of you responded to the herbal astrology deck, where I give you a card where you get an herb from spirit that will help you during this time. I got a good response from that, so I did that today. And your herb is rose for love. We'll get to that. All right. So first and foremost, let's think about this pile number one. Everything that we've got in front of us is feeding off of the catalyst that you chose, which was flow. So a part of your soul's path during Leo season is really where I think something in many of you is just going to feel released. Keeping in mind that Leo, show up, play with the world, engage with the world, feel passionate, but it's also going to be emotional for you, where you're just going to feel yourself opening up and really getting into the flow of your soul's calling, your soul's purpose, feeling connected. Very often, we step back and we go, well, what is my purpose? Is one of the reasons why I get so many readings from people trying to connect with that and get reassurance around that. But for you all, pile number one, I think it's clicking. I think Leo season is where it's really going to be clicking for you all, and you're going to be in your flow. Now, we got a dog next door. He'll shush down in a moment. We have the 10 of Cups talking about being in the flow. 10 of Cups is a beautiful energy around your domestic situation, around your family, your friends, around being in groups of people. This could very well be that some of you during Leo season are planning social events, vacations, things where, your home, maybe you are inviting people into your home, or you've been thinking about that. But that's a beautiful complement to that flow, because the 10 of Cups is the culmination of feeling good and satisfied with something that's happening in your life. I'm feeling more of that with you all, pile number one. This is, rather than you being in a position during Leo season, your soul is like still searching for something. I feel like it's coming to fullness. It's where you're starting to see it. Remember too, you got this magic, all right? You got this magic as an element around you right now. So this is almost things happening for you, showing up for you as if by magic, as if there's something where you have been thinking about it and praying on it and doing your meditation and your vision boards, remembering too that we did get meditate for you, all right? You have been putting in this it's, I want to say work, but it almost doesn't feel like work for you all because of that flow. It feels like you've really been discovering who you are and enjoying who you are and and that's been helping you get in the flow. So your soul's path is saying, guess what? Keep doing what you're doing, because it has opened up some channels for you. This magic is things beginning to appear for you, like what you were thinking about, your vision boards, what you've been journaling about. Suddenly you get an email, you get a phone call, you get a direct message. You're out and somebody says something to you and you go, whoa, I just thought about that. You know what I mean? Those coincidences or synchronicities are coming true for you during Leo season, pile number one. Now, death is an interesting compliment here as well, because this is, I think what Spirit is saying, your soul's path has gone through a period of transition, really. And it's where you have had to make some choices about what's working and what's not working. And you have had to, you've been presented with some tough times, okay? Keeping it real, where something had to come to an end. It could have been something as, familiar as you decided to end a job, or in the way that you were doing a job and going into a different direction. It could have been ending a relationship or making decisions around relationships that aren't serving you anymore. But with that death, and it could have been, I never want to rule it out, although I never go to it as a first thing, is there could have been actual deaths around you. Some of you could have had, family members, loved ones, friends, etc., who have transitioned. And so part of your soul's path has been getting through that process of putting that into perspective, perhaps grieving, etc. They're just what you have had to do to adjust to that, to adapt to that. But you have done it. And that ending, as it were, has now come through full circle to a rebirth for you. That's why we got you in this flow and this magic showing up for you, because you went through a process to get there. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is you. This flow is going to benefit you financially. It's going to benefit your health as well. When we get pentacles, sometimes we are dealing with the body and with health. So if some of you have been dealing with issues and matters of health, your flow, this could even be your blood flow. It could be the exercise that you're doing, what you're doing to take care of your body, etc. That your soul is in the flow of taking care of you. Keeping in mind too, we're talking about Leo season. So ruled by the sun, warmth, vitality, feeling energized. That's what's happening here with that Nine of Pentacles in a health respect. In terms of actual money, because it does denote gains, financial gains, this is you being in the flow of what brings you abundance. That's some of that magic that we saw as well, where it's almost like you think it and it clicks. Leo season is truly going to be magical for you all, pile number one. And it's because there's something in you that has begun to believe it. There's something where you have really gone through a transformational time with that Death card to get to that 10 of Cups, to get to a point where life now is going to start to just click. For everything, there's ebbs and flows, talking about your catalyst, right? And I'm literally seeing right now like ocean tides where it goes out and then it comes back in. This is a time where things are starting to really come in for you. That Nine of Pentacles, and it's saying it's coming in for you in a tangible way, where you will feel those improvements in your health. You will see that abundance coming your way, or you will hear opportunities. Things will be presented to you as if by magic, where, it's like, oh, okay, if I do this, here's how I can actually see it grow. And it will. 100% it will. Now, we have the Star card, which is saying it's ruled by Aquarius. And so the star is in your soul's path. This is a beautiful card when we're thinking about your soul's path and a message from your soul during Leo season, because the Star card says, keep your eye on the prize. The star is about not so much, looking at everything as it stands today and saying, well, is it or ain't it? It's saying, I can see the future. I can see how things are going. Remember, Aquarius energy, Aquarius having that big picture, Aquarius thinking about not only am I in the flow, or are you in the flow of what you have tried to happen and the doors that are opening for you at this time, not only how it impacts you, but how it's going to impact those around you. And part of your magic and your secret to that, pile number one, is the more you can relate to how your blessings blend into and become the blessings of others, that amps it up even more. That's what the Star card does. It is about our hopes and our aspirations, but it's nothing selfish or greedy about it. It's about understanding that as I go, as I flow, so do those who ride with me. So do those who I care about, who I work with, who I nurture, who depend on me. So that's a beautiful energy. The star is saying this growth is coming for you. And one of the reasons why you're going to have these blessings, pile number one, is because everything that you're doing, all of this material gain, this abundance, this magic, this happiness in the 10 of Cups, this transition that you've gone through in transformation with death, it is because it is building a larger world for you. It is literally building a larger world for you. You are ready to share what you have. You are ready to demonstrate for others. Some of you may be teaching and you want to demonstrate for others. Hey, here's some techniques. Here's how I've done it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. It's that bigger world view. You've got a bag here and it says something important such as a new job or a raise. Let's think about that, pile number one, in relation to that 9 of Pentacles you got, all right? Definitely keep your eye on physical, tangible ways that your soul's path leads you to abundance during Leo season. And it is well-deserved abundance. It is abundance that you also have to take that time. I'm going back to that. I'm being drawn to this meditate card. Like, don't lose sight of what your plans are. Don't lose sight of what you had to do and what works for you. Your soul's path is revealing to you. Here, when I get into this frame of mind and when I do this, things seem to really open up for me. And then when I've done that, things kind of shut down. It's that recognition of that. That's your magic. That's your magic. That's how your magic is growing and you're becoming more confident in it. When we talk about magic, you all, very often we think about something that's just sort of like woo, woo, woo out there, But magic is when we are in the flow. Your catalyst card, Magic is when things appear because even though subconsciously we may not have realized that we were calling it to us, but there was something in our aura, something in our dynamic, something in our faith and our belief that caught on and spirit began to move things towards us. That's that flow, all right? You have the armadillo as an animal helper here, and the armadillo's message is groundedness. I think that goes back to that meditate card as well. It is very important for you to check in with yourself. Even if, you can get excited and playful, as you should and you deserve to. But it's also remembering, kind of get it, keep things in perspective and so that you can stay on a forward momentum, that groundedness, making sure that you do protect yourself. You protect your energy. You don't, sometimes your magic is not meant to be verbally shared, but you can share it energetically. Like, everybody doesn't need to know how you do what you do. All right. But they can benefit from what you do. They can benefit from what you've learned. And it's up to you to use that discernment, stay grounded to understand how much to share and how much to hold close to yourself. All right. You'll know what that means. And then finally, we have for you pile number 1, that herb that I told you about, the rose. You got rose, which comes for love, and that, how beautiful is that as well for Leo season, because it is about love. It is about showing up. It is about being playful and remembering, to dance to the music, to exercise your mind, body, and spirit. Get you some roses, use some rose essential oil as well, aromatherapy, like anything, thinking about love, how it will raise your vibration, to have that essence around you, to have those flowers around you, to think about even rose quartz. I'm thinking for those of you who might want to think about that in terms of a crystal, carrying a rose quartz or wearing a rose quartz bracelet, etc. But rose and love are part of what really help you stay in the flow of your magic, keeps you in the flow of that 10 of Cups energy, that loving energy. This is such a beautiful complement to one another, right? Leo season, your soul's path is saying there are rewards that are headed your way. There are rewards that you have earned. There is a bag, for many of you, this could actually be where you see an increase in your monetary income, in your health, in the things that show up tangibly in your life during Leo season. And it is because of you being in the flow and opening yourself up to stay in the flow of your soul's path. This is what you have earned. This is sort of a karmic payback, if you will, for you all, pile number 1. And it is a beautiful, simply beautiful time for you. All right. Embrace that. Let me know how it goes for you. I cannot wait to hear your remarks on that. All right, pile number 1. And definitely get you some rose, okay? That rose, whether it's actual roses, rose essence, aromatherapy, rose quartz, etc. But love is the key. Love and the star. Keeping a big picture on how your blessings help others. That's a part of what keeps you in your flow. All right? Okay. Moving on now to pile number 2. Those of you who were drawn to this gifts as a catalyst. Let's see what your soul's path during Leo season has for you. Take a sip of my coffee. All right. Pile number 2. We have Gaia. Goddess of the earth. So we got some earth energy coming around you. We have the Seven of Pentacles. All right, we got more earth energy. We have the Page of Pentacles. Wow, what is showing up for you? Talk about gifts, tangible, earthly stuff. Let's go. I hear you, Spirit. We have the Strength card, which is ruled by Leo. So we have a confirmation that Spirit is answering. Your soul's path is answering to the call. This is happening for you during Leo season. We have the Prince of Pentacles. Whoa, this is doubling down. What is going on? We have success. Yes, we have the desert with solitariness. So this may be you have to go off on a journey and take some time for yourself to enjoy your success. That could also be a gift that you're going to give yourself during Leo season, is that time for yourself, especially if you've been super busy, taking care of others, taking care of your job, being responsive in that way. You have an orca as an animal helper during this time, and it says song lines, music, getting alone, listening to music is going to be very important for you. And your herb is amanita. It's a conduit. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm not familiar with that. So we'll get to that towards the end. We'll look up your herb. It is amanita, Amanita. And its keyword says a conduit. Really interested to see what that's about. We'll get to that towards the end of your reading. I want to dig in on all of this earthly energy, keeping in mind that you were attracted to the Catalyst card of gifts. Makes you think of tangible stuff, like, gimme, come on, arms open, let's do it, bring it to me. Your soul's path during Leo season, pile number 2, is asking you to take stock and really get in touch with what you have, assess what you have, so that you can begin to prepare yourself for more, because your soul's path is leading you toward more. And it is for you all, I feel like it's more of an experience with your life. I think the gifts are not, for all the pentacles we're seeing here, I think the gifts are not so much, like what's going to come to you in wrapping paper. Although if it does, don't turn it down, right? But I think for you all, pile number 2, there's your soul's path during Leo season is really getting you in touch with the gift of life. Okay? The gift of life. The gift of feeling exuberant about life. Keeping in mind that you actually got, pile number 2, the Leo card. You got Strength, the major arcana in tarot, which is ruled by Leo. All right? So this is definitely an important time for you, an important season for you. And your soul's path is definitely going to be, opening up for you, giving you dreams, giving you inspiration, giving you ideas. But because it comes with this solitariness and the song lines with the orca, I think there's this part of your soul's path that's saying it is important for you to get in touch with yourself during this time, during Leo season. It is important for you to spend some time with yourself. I'm sorry for the dog barking. It's a huge German Shepherd, and it's like right behind that window over there. So, but it'll settle down. Sorry about that if you're hearing that noise. It is important for your soul during Leo season to have that time to yourself. Again, if life is really, really busy right now, and that could be for very good reasons, but it's important for you to have time, take time to get off to yourself. That is a gift that you could be giving yourself, is that alone time, that pampering time, that meditative time, that time to go for a walk, and just have time to yourself and think about success in a larger framework. Your soul's path is saying you are successful, and to not measure yourself against anyone else's definition of what success is. Okay, for instance, if you don't have as many tangible things to show for your success and how much work you've done, maybe you don't have the big house or the luxurious car or whatever, those material things that often we look at as markers of success. Your soul's path is saying all that is well and good, beautiful, But the larger measure of success for you all, going back to Leo, is how you are showing up in the world, the person that you are becoming, the way that you feel about your life. There's some joy, that your soul really wants you to get in touch with, in terms of just really relishing the person that you are, your character, your fabric, how you dance, how you take care of yourself, how the changes that you've been willing to make, what obstacles you've overcome. That is success. That is a measure of success. And the gift is the gift that keeps giving when you give yourself that recognition. Because after that, all of these pentacles that show up, the Seven of Pentacles, which is about that self-assessment, that has to do with that going in the desert, that solitariness, all right? It's self-assessment. Your soul's path during Leo season is saying, look at you. Look at you. Give yourself that pat on the back for everything that you have done and what you have become. There's a richness in that. That in and of itself is a payoff, and it is a gift. You are a gift to this world. You are a gift to this world. And your soul's path wants you to recognize that. Gaia, Mother Gaia, is earth. It is saying, get in touch with the earth. Get in touch with what is around you. Take note of how your home feels. Is your home your sanctuary? Do you need to bring more plants into your life? The things of the earth, plants, crystals, other things that would get you more in touch with fabrics, things that keep you in touch with the earth, and those things being a reflection of you, a reflection of your energy, building on your energy, building on what you have accomplished, going back to the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of appraisal. It is a card where there's so much that you've done. You are that gift. You do have success. Absolutely. Your soul's path is here to confirm that. But it's also saying every now and again you need to just stop and take stock of it. Look at it for what it is. Look at what you've done. Look at your accomplishments. Take pride, Leo. Take pride in what it took for you to do that. Take pride in yourself. It's okay to boost yourself up a little bit during this time. Your soul's path is saying, by all means, do that. Because when I've got basically two of the same cards from different decks, I've got one calls it the Page of Pentacles, the other one calls it the Prince of Pentacles. But in both instances, what this is talking about, your soul is saying, get ready for more. Get ready for more. Get ready to get inspired to go after more. Better health, stronger health, more financial opportunities, more stability, more opportunities to travel and see the world and interact with the world, with the earth, more opportunities to be around people, to see more, to do more. And it's going to be in a fresh way, a fresh perspective for you, because the pages are, when it feels new, when it feels like you wake up and think, wait, I've never done that before. Maybe I'll give that a try. I've never done yoga, or I've never done Tai Chi, or I've never traveled to, the desert. Maybe you've always been an ocean person, and maybe the desert is calling, maybe the sands and the earth from that, you know what I mean? But that's the Page and the Prince of Pentacles, where there's this fresh perspective, this fresh take. And it comes from having this appreciation for yourself, for everything that you have done, for your own standards of success, pile number 2. You determine what success is. It's not about what somebody else does or says or has. And that is the gift. That is how your gifts, that's that new energy with that Page of Pentacles that's coming with you. That's how these gifts continue to come your way. You are continually evolving into your soul's purpose. It is calling to you, and it is saying, do more by allowing yourself the time to just look at yourself honestly. Give yourself that well-deserved pat on the back. Take that deep breath and then say, okay, done this, check, check, check. Now I'm about to do this. Now I'm ready to go about it. And for you all, pile number 2, I think because we've got all this strong earthly energy, it is important for you never to rush into anything. It's important for you to get grounded and feel very certain before you take steps, before you invest your money, before you quit that job or start the new business, before you make those adjustments in your home or your relationship, before you make those purchases to beautify your home. For some of you, that's what this Pentacles is about as well. It's like, you know what? I do deserve a makeover, all right? It's about that pampering, because remembering too that Leo loves to be pampered. Leo the lion, it is about, stroking that fur and just saying, look at you, how beautiful you are. Because of you, we create, we dance, we laugh, we feel passionate. That is what your soul's calling during Leo season is saying for you, pile number 2, is like, you are the gift that keeps giving. And for you, it's about having the recognition of that, owning yourself. And in that ownership then opens up the keys and the doors to then it bringing you even more in a fresh way, in a new way, in a more inspired way. That's what happens with you all during Leo season, okay? Oh, I love it for you. I absolutely love it for you. Let me know how it goes, okay? Let me know how it goes. Take that time to yourself. Don't forget that song with the orca. It could be that it's time for you to, put your headphones on and go for that walk, get a little bop in your step. It could be dancing. It could be, in your meditative space where you just imagine yourself going through the steps in the dance. But song and music and what feeds your soul is part of what continues to amp up your success. That is the gift. You are the gift that keeps giving to yourself, and thereby others will reap the benefits as well. But this is really about you being pampered, you showing up in the world with courage, with passion, with vigor, claiming who you are and claiming your success, even though it may not look like someone else's. It's not about a comparison. It's about you. It's about what you have done to become who you are. All right, pile number 2, I see you. And moving on now to those of you who were drawn to home, pile number 3. All right, let's see what your soul's path has to say for you during... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let me back it up a little bit. I forgot your, for pile number 2, I forgot your amanita. That was your herb to help you during this time. And I'm not familiar with it, so I told you I would look it up for you. So hold on, pile number 3. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let's see, number 42, your herb... Let's see here, because I'm not familiar with this. I'm interested to see what it is. Okay. Amanita, which says its keyword is a conduit. And it says, it is a channel, a bridger of realities, connection to your higher power, your soul, celebration, coming home, a family, an awakening. All right. So let's see, how do you use it? And it says your channel is open. The earth spirits celebrate you. Remember, pile number 2, all of that earthly pentacle energy that you got. So that's why this amanita is coming. All right. Earth spirits celebrate you as you come to one of your homes. You feel at one with nature and all of her offspring and your extended family. And you can see through the veil, and your gift of profound insight is now at hand. That's why it's a conduit, pile number 2. So there you have it. Amanita. Check it out. It'll be helpful to you and your soul during this time, during Leo season. All right. Okay. Now I'm ready to move on to pile number 3. Those of you who were drawn to home. Let's see. Your soul's path during Leo season. We have compassion, the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, a little more earthly energy. Makes sense though in connection with home. We have the World. Ooh. We have the 6 of Cups. You're going through some sort of beautiful transition. We have a dog barking. Advice from a friend. We have electricity, wildness. We have 11 of Pentacles. Ooh. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. We have the 6 of Cups. You're going through some sort of beautiful transition. We have a dog barking. Advice from a friend. We have electricity, wildness. We have 11 of Pentacles. Ooh. We have electricity, wildness. We have the Jaguar. Release. The Jaguar is powerful medicine, you all. Woo! A release of some sort. And your herb is lion's mane, which denotes the key word for lion's mane is leadership. All right, let's put that to the side. Pile number 3. Some of you are ready to move on or revamp your home in some sort of way. Some of you could actually be physically about to move or thinking about moving, thinking about, I don't feel like there's a rush to do this, but it's thinking and putting things in the planning stages. You know, you could be wherever you live right now, you could be thinking about, for instance, retirement. You may be thinking, okay, I live here, but where would I like to retire? And that could be something that's 20 years down the road, but you're starting to think about it now. All right. What does home really look like and feel like for you long term? I feel like that's for some of you. And I say that as well because of the world that came. Remember, you got that. So there's some sort of connection around where you want to be, and where you are now may not ultimately be what feels like home to you. It could be that you begin to think about, what's my next chapter? What's my next place? And it could even be moving around the corner. You know, it could be just going into a different space. But I think for some of you, there's going to be, you're approaching a stage and something in this Leo season where your soul is going to start to really ping you about where you want to be, what feels like home for you, where will you flourish, where will you feel solid and stable and accepted. And I say that as well because I just looked down again and saw this 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups very often helps us remember times when we were happy. It's a childlike energy, and keeping in mind that this is about your soul's path during Leo season. Leo is all about the child. You know, it is about creativity, joy, laughter, playfulness, creativity, you know, the sun, getting out and enjoying life. That's very much a 6 of Cups kind of energy. You could be thinking about, as you're thinking about home and what home ultimately will feel like for you, where you really will connect with it and be happy. It has something to do with how your soul's path is saying, think about where you were the last time that you felt at home, the last time that you just laughed and were playful and felt youthful, and your innocence was there, where you connected with like-minded people. That often too is the 6 of Cups energy. And as well for you all, pile number 3, I'm thinking, because I've got this dog barking, advice from a friend. Some of you may be connecting with those from your past. You may be connecting with, long-term friendships, people that you grew up with or went to college with, or, people who you are connected with. It could also be your family members, but I'm feeling more because this says advice from a friend. And very often with the 6 of Cups, we are talking about playmates, not necessarily our family, but those that we grew up, learning how to enjoy the world around, those that we got into a little trouble with, those that we wouldn't built sandcastles on the sand with, and that kind of energy. That may be coming back to you, or you may start to feel an urge to reconnect with people who feel like home to you. All right, who feel like familiar to you, who remind you of those things about yourself that are happy and carefree. Now, there's the Jaguar medicine is coming for you, and its keyword is release. I think for you all, pile number 3, this medicine is coming for you in the Jaguar because you are reaching a time, and something about this Leo season is really going to start to ping it for you, where you recognize that where you are right now, in order for you to get to this next phase, going back to the world usually says, you've gone as far as you can go in this particular chapter of your life, and now it's time to embrace something new. Something's come to completion, but not because it's finished per se, because it puts you in the position of what's next. Really, what's next? And so this Jaguar medicine is saying, start to think about what you are ready to release. And it could be as practical as, say, for instance, you are thinking about moving to a new home. You might have to get into those closets and start, shuffling around what you've been, what's been in the back of that closet that you haven't used in years, right? And begin to really filter out, release the things that no longer serve you, that you don't use anymore. It's where you begin to start literally shifting your energy and creating space so that you can start to think about what this next move is going to be, what home feels like for you. How do you reconnect in ways that bring you that joyfulness, that youthfulness, that vigor, that laughter, that Leo feel? So that's that release. It could be something as simple as taking stock of what is around you and beginning to create the space, releasing those fears, releasing fears of change, releasing stuff that doesn't serve you, that you're not going to need when it's time for you to move on. That's what the Jaguar medicine brings you. I'm also feeling like I want to get into that a little more. Spirit is saying there's another message for you in that. Let's go to the book. Jaguar is number 9. All right, hold on with me for a second because I'm just feeling that. Spirit is like there's something else you need to know. So number 9, Jaguar. Oh, and how about I went straight to it? All right, let's go. Release what you no longer need. We were saying that. Take action to move something from the ideas world into the physical world. So from the world of ideas, thinking about what home is, thinking about where you'd like to live, what feels happy and stable and safe and joyful for you, how to take it from the idea and start to begin to implement it. Letting go of the old and stale and choose renewal. Wow. Okay, so we were on it. And it says to remember the word powerful. Jaguars are built powerfully, emphasizing their strength right down to their bones. Okay, strength also being represented in the major arcana by Leo season. So this is a season for you to reconnect with your strength, your inner strength, your fortitude, your endurance, the notion that you can take something from the planning stages to implementation and bring it into reality. All right, but it's like releasing the pent-up dream, releasing any fear that's keeping you from taking those steps to go toward it. I love it. And it says, call upon the releasing powers of the Jaguar woman, Ixchel. That's the goddess, Ixchel, 2 words. When you're ready to let go of something, and whether it's an excess of something, we were talking about those closets and stuff, or a bad habit, a disease, or old patterns, right? For those who are getting ready for a birth, she is a wise guide and will assist you to have an easier birth. So for some of you, it could actually also be the birthing of a new part of your life, a new aspect of your life, but it's going to be a birthing that takes you back to joy and happiness and playfulness and youthfulness. Okay? Awesome. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for that. Let me put that back with there. All right. We have electricity that also came for you with this world. And this electricity says wildness. I think this is, when we think about wildness, let's go back to the Jaguar for a moment. Pile number 3, I think it's about allowing yourself to feel the possibilities, to feel the electricity of what change and playfulness can bring you. It's about really feeling a buzz with the potential that's being offered to you that you can begin to do, because the 8 of Pentacles is saying you've put in that work, and there's still work that you're going to have to do to master everything that you need to be in this home, to move to this home, to build this home, to buy this home. Pentacles, to have the resources that are necessary in order for you to actually take this home from an idea into reality. But the 10 of Pentacles comes to say, guess what? You're going to get there. You go from the Eight of Pentacles, the work that you still have to put into it, the mastery of it, the really honing in on, here's my budget, or here's the place, or here's how here's what I know I need to do, to the realization of it. Exactly what you were seeing in that Jaguar medicine. This is Ten of Pentacles. Done. Everything that you need in place. All of the people, the money, the good health, the opportunities, the vision, everything. Ten of Pentacles. It's all there. And it gets there because of the work that you continue to put in. Going from an 8, progressing to the 10, the fullness of that pentacle. You get it? All right? So stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. And there's compassion, finally. Compassion. And I think what this is saying as well is understanding that even if you're feeling a little nostalgic, and in order for you to think about what home is going to be and the moves that you need to make, it's not about thinking about so much time that has passed, or, I can't do things the way that I used to do them. Maybe, financially, I don't make as much money as I once made. All these other things, these little avenues of doubt that can begin to creep in. But Spirit is saying, no, 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 no. Instead, when you begin to feel that way, have compassion with yourself. And remember that at any given stage of life, you were doing the best that you knew how to do at that time. And there's something at this time that is saying, go back to remembering what makes you happy, who makes you happy. Advice from a friend. Again, reconnecting at this time during Leo season. Your soul's path is helping you reconnect with soul mates. That's what I'm feeling for you. Remembering too, we often think soul mates in a romantic context. Not necessarily. Sometimes, yes. But soulmates are those friends that always seem to get us. Or even, just people who we encounter and there's a connection and an understanding with. For you, people who feel like home for you. All right. That's what's happening for you during Leo season. And it is going to feel electric. It is going to ignite something inside of you that inspires you to keep doing the work, because the work pays off for you. Keep saving, keep looking at other avenues, keep thinking about where to invest your money if you have money in the markets, where to continue to invest your money wisely so that it can continue to amplify and get you to this place that is really going to feel like home for you. And finally, you got this lion's mane leadership. I'm going to read that for you as well. This is an herb that will help you during this time. So it's lion's mane, and its keyword is leadership. Let's see what it says. It is number 18. It says the sacred masculine, leadership, ambition, a provider, strong-willed, and having spiritual power. That really hones in on Leo season when you think about it. It says the lion is a symbol of power and the primordial essence within the sacred masculine. It expresses itself as relentless determination. There's that 8 of Pentacles. Keep going, keep doing it, keep building your skills, keep executing your plan, keep defining your plan. Talk to people, that advice from a friend. Relentless determination, ambition, focus, and will. Yes. And then when you're out of balance, it helps you get back in balance with your ambition, because this is about compassionate leadership. You had that compassion card that came for you. If you put yourself in a place of compassionate leadership, the rest will follow. So yes, that confirms what we were seeing before, which is about as you assess your life, as you assess some of the decisions that you've made, and there may be some things that you wish, looking back, going that 6 of Cups, looking back, I wish I had done it this way, or maybe if had I done it that way, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And Spirit is saying, your soul's path is saying, don't even waste your time with that, because you're in a place right now where everything that you need is coming together. Keep in mind, going from that 8 of Pentacles to that 10 of Pentacles, building upon it, and you build upon it by taking advice from your soul, first and foremost, thinking about what worked for you in the past, thinking about where you were and what you were doing when you felt most alive, thinking about what home, a place that you connect with that just feels like home, like this is where I belong, this is where I connect, this is where when my feet touch the earth, I know that I'm in the right place. That is where you are going, pile number 3. And it is about listening to someone who is going to give you good advice in that area, reconnecting with others, and allowing yourself to feel the electricity of the possibilities of moving on. Like what lies, getting excited about what lies next, and allowing that excitement to cancel out any fear that you might have about it. Taking that leadership in your life, having that willpower, asserting that dominance over any fears that may crop up, over any doubts that you may have. This is all about can do, will do, must do, and understanding that you have an incredible power that's sitting with you in this Jaguar medicine that's going to help you release anything that's holding you back. Whether, like I said, it's just something as simple as some junky closets or old stuff that you no longer need and you're not going to want to take it with you to that next place. Some of you may be, especially if you're thinking about retirement, you may be thinking about downsizing. You don't need all that stuff that you had in a larger home, that sort of thing. It's those adjustments that you're making. But all of those adjustments are leading you to where you're going to feel comfortable, where your assets and your resources are going to last you a long time so that you really do feel at home in this next place. All right? There you go. I hope it made sense. I hope it clicked and connected with you. Please give me your feedback. I appreciate it. Enjoy this time, this Leo season. It promises to be really, as I said, no matter whatever our sun sign is or rising sign is, we are all impacted by the sun being in Leo at this time. Have laughter, have joy, party a little bit, let your hair down, connect with people, get into your creativity. Take care of art, enjoy a little romance, even if it's just pampering yourself if you're single, right? Treat yourself like a lover in the highest sense of that word. Connect with your soul, love your soul, be compassionate with yourself, and enjoy this time, all right? Every day counts, every day matters. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you would care to leave a tip, which is always appreciated, I will leave the link for that at the underneath in the description box. If you'd like a reading with me, you can always go to my website, which is www.trulytouchedbytarot.com. And you can book directly on my website there. I'd love to connect with you. And otherwise, I will talk to you real soon. Have a great one. Bye.